Today, we are diving deep into the messy, heart-wrenching, and unexpectedly hilarious world of shrinking. This is the ultimate chronological recap of the story so far, from the tragic beginnings to the heavy emotional payoff of Season 2. We're covering every major beat, every wild decision, and every breakthrough. Let's get into it. 1 year before the show starts, Jimmy Laird's world is obliterated when his wife, Tia, is killed in a car accident caused by a drunk driver named Lewis. For 12 months, Jimmy numbs himself with drugs, alcohol, and a rotating door of distractions, completely checking out as a father to his teenage daughter, Alice. Season 1 kicks off when Jimmy finally hits a wall of compassion fatigue. He's tired of listening to the same problems, so he decides to try something radical: psychological vigilantism. He starts telling his patients exactly what to do. His first target is Grace, a woman in an emotionally abusive marriage. Jimmy tells her that if she doesn't leave her husband, Donnie, he'll stop treating her. Surprisingly, it works initially. At the same time, Jimmy is assigned a new patient named Sean, a young veteran with severe PTSD and a hair-trigger temper. Breaking every ethical boundary in the book, Jimmy takes Sean to an MMA gym instead of an office and eventually invites Sean to move into his guest room after Sean gets arrested for a fight. This creates a bizarre new family dynamic involving Jimmy, Alice, and Sean. While Jimmy is busy breaking rules, his mentor Paul Rhodes is dealing with his own secret. He has Parkinson's disease. Paul is terrified of losing his independence and has been hiding the diagnosis from his adult daughter, Meg. Meanwhile, Jimmy's colleague Gaby is navigating a divorce and ends up falling into a friends with benefits relationship with Jimmy to cope with their shared grief over Tia. The tension in Season 1 builds as Jimmy's interference starts to backfire. He pushes Sean too hard to confront his trauma, leading Sean to a reckless moment atop a water tower. Jimmy also clashes with his neighbor Liz, who has been acting as a surrogate mother to Alice during Jimmy's year of neglect. The season culminates at the wedding of Jimmy's best friend, Brian. Jimmy delivers a beautiful speech about moving forward, but the real drama happens elsewhere. Grace, emboldened by Jimmy's jimmying and tired of Donnie's continued abuse, takes a hiking trip with her husband and decides to take Jimmy's advice. Literally, she pushes Donnie off a cliff. Season 2 picks up immediately in the aftermath of that literal cliffhanger. Donnie survives the fall but is left paralyzed, and Grace is sent to prison. Jimmy is consumed by the guilt of knowing his advice led to this violence. He spends the early part of the season trying to fix the mess, eventually recruiting Brian to handle Grace's legal defense. In a surprising turn, the state drops the charges due to Donnie's history of abuse, and Grace moves to Vancouver to start over. But the real bombshell of Season 2 is the return of Lewis, the drunk driver who killed Tia. He shows up at Jimmy's office to apologize, sending Jimmy into a tailspin of rage. While Jimmy demands Lewis stay away, Alice begins secretly tracking Lewis down. She visits the coffee shop where he works and eventually meets him face to face. In a shocking twist, Brian also starts meeting Lewis, realizing the man is profoundly depressed and alone. When Alice finds out, she demands a real conversation with Lewis, where she hears his perspective and offers him a shred of forgiveness. As the season progresses, Sean and Liz launch a food truck business, the Cajun Cruiser. However, Liz oversteps when she overhears Sean's father expressing interest in the truck and sells him her share without asking Sean. This triggers Sean's deep-seated trauma regarding his father's past neglect of his PTSD. Sean spirals, seeking out physical pain by allowing a group of men to beat him up outside a bar. Eventually, Paul and Jimmy help mediate, and Sean begins the grueling work of mending his relationship with his dad. In the relationship department, Gaby starts dating a man known as Derek Hash, too. Despite the relationship being healthy, Gaby's avoidant attachment style causes her to sabotage it when things get serious, especially when she fails to invite him to Thanksgiving. Paul's health continues to decline, forcing him to get a new neurologist so he can maintain a romantic relationship with Dr. Julia. Liz also heads down a dangerous path when she reconnects with and kisses an old flame named Mac, nearly destroying her marriage to Derek. Everything comes to a head during a high-stakes Thanksgiving dinner. Jimmy finally learns that Alice and Brian have been seeing Lewis. He tells Lewis to stay away forever, which pushes Lewis to a breaking point. On Thanksgiving Day, Jimmy realizes Lewis is suicidal and rushes to a train station where he finds Lewis on the tracks. In the series' most powerful moment of growth, Jimmy saves Lewis and admits that his anger was actually a shield for his own guilt over failing Alice after the accident. Jimmy offers Lewis genuine forgiveness, and the season ends with the group finding a new sense of community and the strength to face the future together. And that is the story of Shrinking. From ethical breaches to train station redemptions, these characters are proof that even the most broken people can find a way to get unstuck. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think of Jimmy's Jimmying. Did he finally go too far, or was it exactly what everyone needed? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.